We keep repeating the same problems over and over again as presented as solutions. We will get there. We will figure it out. It is coming. And this next 2 years, the multiple crises, environmental, social, religious, political, personal, this is how we're going to get there. So don't lose hope. That hope also goes with goodwill. There's always something that you can feel or do and then enact that in the physical world. Something as simple as I'll give you an example. I was at Home Depot. This was probably in September, and I was in one of my building projects. Oh my God, I had these big bricks I was going to build something around one of the ponds. And typical Zoli, I'm stupid strong. I loaded about 30 of them onto the cart, and I pay for them, and I get to my vehicle. As I'm walking towards the vehicle, there's a gentleman standing beside his truck with the back down. He said, "Do you need help with those?" I said, "That is so kind. That's Montana. That's Montana." And then when I got to the vehicle, somebody right next, a woman and her husband, he says, "Let me help you with those." I said, "I'll say thank you. I'll say thank you." That's goodwill. That's being a neighbor to somebody. When you hold the door for somebody, when you're in the grocery store, and you see that somebody lacks maybe a couple bucks to pay for something, if you have it, give it to them. And they'll usually say, "No, no, 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 you can't." And all you need to say is, "Pay that forward." If you're a line in the coffee store, pay for the person behind you. You can do that too. There's all kind of little things that you might be surprised that you're giving yourself an experience of loss, of power, of finance, what that does to you. One of the things that Maitreya says that is one of my favorite things is if somebody steals from you, say thank you.
That's a tough one.
It is tough, and I can't say I would do that. I go all Aries and first circle. Oh my God, then I have to catch myself going, it's just stuff. But we do react. We're people. The point is, can we pull ourselves back around the circle to say, you know what? Whatever happened, so what? Whatever happened. Somebody cut you off in line you're in line with your vehicle, whatever. You never know what kind of day they're having. You never know. I think we have to be more and more aware and conscious when we're in public of being a more reticent, control what goes out of your mouth and what comes into your mouth. That's control.
And again, it starts with the self. So instead of spending time, blaming and in anger about what we can't change, we have self-control. Imagine a world that we, instead of begrudging people, we actually were trying to do good for others all the time.
Yeah, it's coming, but see, it's fear. Any sort of negative reaction is fear. There is only love or fear and all its little cousins. But we do it because we're afraid. And everybody's in the same boat. So, yeah, we are getting there. We will reach that world. There's a good end to this story.
That's the hope that I'm always so excited to come back to, because everywhere else I'm seeing end of the world. Everything's going to go terrible. The world's not going to be habitable. AI is going to take over. There's a robot invasion, all these negative and negative and negative stuff. And so when we talk, you remind me of the beauty and the hope and the love. And I so need it.
Well, I have to remind myself, but Linda, go look out your window. Do you see any of that crap happening?
No, I
No,
do not.
you don't. But we want to protect ourselves. And so when we are fed these icky, stupid things from sources that are supposed to be valid, it can be mind blowing. And we have to pull back to say, yeah, I'm going to continue for me. I'm going to continue because as a research analyst, I will watch the news. I will look at YouTube videos. I will look at media. I will look at that and go, there by the grace of God go I. What are they trying to convince me of? And who's saying that? And is that going to be going on next week? Because there'll be a new one next week. So it's a part of finding peace within yourself and becoming more of the observer than the participant. When I am watching me watch me, and I've gotten pretty good at that because I was sick of not being good at it. I mean, isn't that always what does it? But I also can get caught up in, oh my God, look at that. Well, so what? I can't do anything about it. What I can do something about is my daily life and the compassion I feel for people who really are being affected by that.
Having that awareness is a great place to start because it's something we can affect right now.
We have to practice it. We really do. We have to practice it and have it become a habit. My best example is my exercise program. I go down at 7 at night and exercise. Then I may do a sauna or I may do a massage mat or something. But it's an absolute habit. And if I don't have a good aerobic and weight and stretching program, I am useless to be around. But that's how I work. I was a trained athlete. And so I still have to maintain that within myself. Now, at age almost 72, I don't use 30-pound dumbbells for flies. I'll use 10. So what? So what? Let's just try. Let's try to be realistic here. Find what works for you. But I sit a lot during the day doing my art or my research, or Tom and I might be watching a show. So I have to get up and I do run around like a chicken with his head cut off during the day. But I need specific exercise programs. I need specific food. I'm not a foodie personally. I eat because I have to. I don't really care. But there are about 8 things I eat, and I'm healthy. And as I'm knocking on my head, knock on wood. But you're going to find that those things are going to change for you. They're going to change as you get older, and you're going to have to find a way to dealing with your physical body. It's like you have to deal with your car or your truck. As I jokingly say, we got 3 trucks up here at the ranch and a side by side and a Jeep with a plow on it and snow machines. That stuff needs maintenance. But for example, yesterday I felt kind of puny under the weather. I didn't exercise. So this morning I don't feel like I'm moving properly. But that's just for me. Some people go to the gym 3 times a week and that's it. Some people swim, some people do whatever. You have to move your physical body. Now, if you have physical problems or limitations, I feel for you. I have been there myself. But please consider finding something to where you can move the muscles, the ligaments, the tendons, and stretch the fascia out some. There are also plenty of websites. Some of it's garbage. People telling you have to do what they do, and it's this huge program. I ain't doing it, but there's plenty out there. Ask for help. Ask that guidance that you got. Show me a direction to go in, and you will be shown. I promise you.
And it doesn't have to happen all at once.
Oh, gee, no. Aries brain here is like, I want to do it right now. I talked to my astrologer yesterday, Sue Schofield, and I said, my impatience is off the chart because I see what's coming in 2026 for Zilliard, and it's awesome. But I'm living now like tapping my foot is going to move time and space. It's not. That's just part of my personality that I have. It has good pieces to it too. But my husband is so tolerant and patient. He's so tolerant. He brought me this. He came in from town yesterday and brought me this big helium balloon, a big heart. He says, "I know you don't feel good." I thought, "Oh my God, that's so sweet." And he's like, "Well, maybe for your radio show, we could put a hole in that and you can talk with helium." Hi, nice to talk to you. So it made me laugh. So that's a little joyful, loving thing. And so when we do loving things for other people, that takes us out of ourself. And we are all the same. We are self focused. We all are.